Piece of English.
Hey there, English lovers. You're listening to Piece of English, the podcast that helps you make sense of everyday English, one piece at a time. I'm Emma, and today we're going to talk about phrasal verbs. Yes, those little combinations of verbs and prepositions that make English, well, both beautiful and confusing. But wait, don't run away. I promise today's episode will make phrasal verbs feel a lot more friendly, and we'll focus on ones you probably use or hear every single day. That's right. Our theme today is daily routine phrasal verbs. So grab your coffee, sit back, or maybe go for a walk, and let's get into it. Before we dive into our daily routine, let's ask the big question. Why should we care about phrasal verbs? Well, if you want to sound natural, confident, and fluent, phrasal verbs are essential. Native speakers use them all the time. Instead of saying, I exited the bed, we say, I got up. Instead of I exited the car, we say, I got out of the car. Phrasal verbs for your morning routine. Let's start from the beginning. Morning routine. All right, picture this. It's early, your alarm rings. You wake up. That's the first phrasal verb. Wake up means to stop sleeping. You might say, I usually wake up around 7 a.m. But hang on, just because you wake up doesn't mean you get out of bed, right? That brings us to the second phrasal verb, get up. Get up means you leave the bed and actually start your day. For example, I wake up at 7, but I don't get up until 7:30. Anyone else guilty of that? I know I am. Next, most of us head to the bathroom to freshen up. That means to wash your face, brush your teeth, maybe splash some cold water to look alive. I go to the bathroom to freshen up before breakfast. Then, we usually put on clothes. Now notice, we don't usually say, wear my clothes in this context. We say, I put on jeans and a t-shirt, or I put on my work uniform. And for anyone who loves a little glam in the morning, you might make up your face. This one's for makeup lovers. I take a few minutes to make up my face before work. Then, it's time for breakfast. Some of us take time to cook. Others just whip up something quick. Whip up means to prepare something fast, usually food. I usually whip up some scrambled eggs in the morning. Once breakfast is done, it's time to head out. That means to leave your house. At 8:30, I head out for work. Now, let's talk about what happens on the way to work or school. If you're a parent, maybe you drop off your kids at school. Drop off means to take someone or something to a place and leave them there. I drop off my kids at school before going to the office. Then, maybe you hop on a bus or a train. To hop on means to quickly get into a form of transport. I hop on the subway around 9. Once you arrive at work or school, you might log in or log on to your computer. First thing I do is log into my email. Then, maybe you catch up on some tasks. To catch up on means to do things you missed earlier. I catch up on emails from the night before. And if you missed a phone call, you call back. Sorry, I missed your call. I'll call you back after lunch. Planning something? You might pencil in a meeting. To pencil in means to make a tentative appointment. Not final yet, but you're saving the time. Let me pencil in a meeting for Friday. All right, now we're getting into the afternoon and evening. Maybe for lunch you decide to eat out. That means to eat at a restaurant instead of cooking at home. Sometimes I eat out with my coworkers. After work, you might feel the need to work out. To work out means to exercise. I usually work out in the evening for about 30 minutes. Then, maybe you stop by the store and pick up a few groceries. Pick up means to buy or collect something. I pick up some groceries on my way home. Once you're back home, it's time to chill out or wind down. Both mean to relax after a long day. I chill out in front of the TV, or I wind down with a good book. And of course, at some point, you're going to want to change. You'll take off your work clothes and maybe put on your pajamas. I take off my jeans and put on something comfy. Finally, it's bedtime. You could say, I go to bed, but if you want to sound more native, try turn in. I usually turn in around 11 p.m. Whew. That was a full day. But look at how many phrasal verbs we just used. Let me remind you why these little phrases are so powerful. They're short, but they carry big meaning. When you learn phrasal verbs like these, you sound more natural, more fluent, and more connected to how English is really spoken. So here's what I suggest. Pick 3 to 5 phrasal verbs from this episode and try to use them in your own routine. Talk about your day, write it down, or even record yourself. Trust me, it's one of the fastest ways to make phrasal verbs stick. All right, that's it for today's episode. Thanks for listening to Piece of English. I'm Emma, and I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with a friend who wants to level up their English too. Bye for now.